So thank you for watching this episode of Echomerx product videos. Well, in this episode, I'm going to answer questions. It's actually by one of the customers bought the tape dispensers. He want to use the Cricut heat tapes on the tape dispenser, and he has some really serious concern. And his name is Jeremy. So this is Jeremy's comments. I had to cut a couple strips of cork board to use as a dispensing ring for the Cricut tape to work. This only fits 1 inch and a 3.5 inch core, but really they are all loose around it. Kind of generic and thoughtless from the manufacturer to not get the core size right. But being that this is a crafter's a tape hub, use your crafter's creativity and make it work for your cork tape sizes. The additional tape ring with the pain to get off to put the small core. So what Jeremy is really talking about is that he bought this tape dispenser, and as you know that the tape dispenser comes with two core. One is the 1 inch core and there was 3 inch core. And of course that Jeremy want to use the Cricut heat tapes. When he tried to use the 1 inch core to match the Cricut heat tapes, you can see from here, it's just too much slack in between the core and the tape, and Jeremy doesn't like that. He think that we are not fully thought about this. And well, first, I like the idea. I mean, Jeremy, I like the idea of the strips of cork board as expansion ring. That's a really genius idea to make this core a little bit bigger. That's a really good idea. I mean, that really speaks for the volumes and creativities of the crafters. So, but I also feel that I'm sorry I didn't explain this very well in my last videos about the Cricut heat tape, and I just sort of like demonstrated how the heat tapes, the Cricut heat tape works on a tape dispenser, but I didn't explain that in detail, that there is much of slack rooms in between the Cricut heat tapes and also our 1 inch core. With that said, if Jeremy, you got a chance to watch this video here, do contact me, and we would like to send some solutions to you and have you try that, and I hope you satisfied with these solutions, and because you are my customer and I want to take care of you 100%. Okay, with that said, let me just explain what the Cricut heat tape is. The Cricut heat tapes, and this is the one that in my hand, is not a standard core. What is a standard core? This is Scotch tape, and this is I couldn't find any other small core tape, but industry-wide, 1 inch core is the core size for the heat tape, or a 3 inch tape, or a 3 inch core. So either 3 inch or 1 inch core is the standard diameters of the core. Like the Scotch tape is 1 inch, so it fits into the Scotch tape core easily. I just don't know, the logic behind the Cricut to not make the heat tapes 1 inch core. This is 1.25, which is 1.25 inch. So they're about 1/4 inch larger than any standard 1 inch core. And you can imagine that will create a much of slack in between the tape and the core, and it will definitely not fit well. Second, when I was actually making the videos for the heat tape dispenser, I feel that even though there was about 1/4 inch of slack in between the core and the Cricut heat tape, when you actually pull the tape, grab this, and the water mill will just pull the tape forward, and the tape, it will be pulled against the core like this. Once you have that tension going on, the tape is not going to slide left or right, or it's not going to wiggle or jiggles around on the core. And I feel that's okay. That's quite okay for the heat tapes, right? The purpose of the tape dispenser is actually just to pull the tapes and into the tape dispenser and cut it and dispense it into the strips. Once Jeremy has the disapproval on the heat tape's core, it gave me a second thought about, maybe I haven't really thought fully about the scenario where people are trying to use the Cricut heat tapes on our tape dispenser, and maybe that slackness, maybe that wiggle room is not ideal. But hey, that's really where the creativity and genius of the corkboard strips come from. So, that's really excellent idea. I just don't know why Cricut doesn't make a 1-inch core heat tapes rather than 1.25 inches. With Cricut, never have any tape dispenser. So, you have to buy a heat tape dispenser. But with the 1.25 inch core diameters, the industry is 1 inch and 3 inch. So you really need to buy a core with a 1.25 inches on the heat tape dispenser, and that core will be 1.25. So with that said, I feel that I'm actually relieved to explain the situation with a Cricut tape. Another solutions come up with a new tape, a heat tape by Echomerx, and these are a 1-inch core. It's compatible with our tape dispenser, all the colors. The inner diameter is still a little bit larger than the tape dispenser core, 1-inch core. I'll explain in other videos why inner diameter of the core, the tape is still larger than the tape core, and there is actually a reason for that. But you won't have that kind of slackness as much as the Cricut heat tape. So that will fit the core much better, and it's coming in a pack of 3 heat tapes. If Cricut is listening now on this videos, make it 1-inch core. People can use it on Scotch tape dispenser. The Cricut heat tape is good, but to be able to use it on Scotch tape dispenser is better. Thank you for watching.